Hello everyone, welcome back to another Beast from the East video, and today we're going to be continuing to talk about potential for a Beast from the East across parts of the UK, and now the attention is really turning a bit further north. Recently the south has been worst affected by the snow with Storm Darcy, but now the potential for some significant snowfall, potentially as much as 25 centimetres in places, is shifting to parts of the central belt of Scotland. We also do have risks of snow across the entire east coast of the UK throughout this week, and also a bit further south into parts of southeast England. So this is a snow graphic that I made just basically now, and you can see we have this wide yellow region across parts of eastern parts of Scotland, also eastern parts of England as well, and pretty much anywhere on the east coast is covered by this warning. In fact, everywhere I think. And also, I forgot to include it, but there is actually a risk of snow across Northern Ireland as well. Now we have three amber warnings on this map, or sorry, not amber warnings, amber regions on this map. One is kind of across the central part of Scotland, one is across parts of East Anglia, the Wash area, and then one is across kind of London and the Thames estuary. And this is where we could see the potential for something called streamers, and that's where snow showers organise into intense and frequent bands of heavy snow, and they have the potential to give it lots and lots of snow, a big covering in fact. And so the main focus is going to be across parts of central Scotland, because that's where we do actually have quite a good chance of seeing a streamer, and possibly 10 to 15 centimetres is likely widely, 20 centimetres in a few spots, potentially more than 30 centimetres in places, though 25 centimetres is more likely. And bear in mind that with a strong easterly wind, this will drift as well. So even though it might be 25 in one place, it might be 50 centimetres in another, and that can cause some big problems, especially on the roads. Further south, we have one across kind of the Thames estuary, London and southeast England, and there is uncertainty here, but winds do look like they will be transitioning to a bit more of an easterly direction, and that could possibly allow for a Thames streamer to set up. There is uncertainty on this, but it does look like some areas in this amber region could see 5 centimetres and possibly up to 15 centimetres, but that really depends on if the Thames streamer really gets going in the first place. I'd say there's probably a medium chance of a Thames streamer happening. We also have one across northern East Anglia and the Wash. We're expecting fairly frequent snow showers, perhaps organising into some streamers as well, and we could probably see 5 to 15 centimetres here, and maybe a bit higher in spots. Now, if you look at the Met Office surface pressure charts, we really get an idea of what's causing all this snow. This is a chart valid for 12 o'clock on Tuesday. We can see we have high pressure to the north of the UK. And you'll notice we have these black lines with little smaller black lines coming off them into the UK along this easterly flow. You might be wondering what those are. Now, these here are convergent zones. That's where the winds are converging or moving towards each other. And those are generally regions where we can expect heavy, frequent, and intense snow showers. And you can see actually here that this convergent zone lines up with the expected snow across parts of Scotland during the day. If we move further along, this is for Wednesday, and you can see here we actually have a convergent zone setting up across parts of London and southeast England, as well as East Anglia. Now, there is uncertainty on this, but there is a potential that this could give quite a good covering for those in the southeast, especially those who might not have seen a lot of snow so far. We also notice we have a convergent zone into parts of northeast England as well, and that's likely to bring some frequent snow showers at times. Continuing through the sequence, this is 12 o'clock on Wednesday, and you can see that convergent zone shifts further south. This could turn into a bit of a Kent streamer. We could see areas of Kent seeing quite a lot of snow. This also continues, and some areas of the English Channel could actually get their first significant snow of this cold spell, though there is still a bit of uncertainty on this. Bear in mind that all the while through these charts, we still have that easterly wind, which will be driving showers through many eastern areas. They'll become less intense through the week, especially during Thursday and Friday, but they will still be happening nonetheless. So some areas could see a dusting to even 5 centimetres. Then notice, as we move towards the weekend, we have this high pressure right to the northeast of the UK, and we have large areas of low pressure trying to push in. Now, where we have these fronts trying to push into the colder air, we could potentially see some rain turning to snow, and there is some potential for some more widespread significant snow across western areas, potentially pushing into southern areas as well, though there is uncertainty on this. If I look at the snow accumulations expected for tomorrow, we can see here that there's a very wide snow threat expected. By the way, this chart is from netweather.com. We can see we have lots and lots of widespread snow through Scotland, the parts of the central belt, into northeast England, getting even into parts of Wales on this chart, and then also through southeast England and into Kent. Now, I think this region here especially does have the potential for organised snow, potentially even streamers, and I highlighted that on the top of my chart along here. And you can also see the potential for the very significant snow across parts of the central belt of Scotland. I do actually think this model is underestimating it a bit, and all models do tend to underestimate convection. So I think that this area could potentially see 5 to 15 centimetres widely and up to 25, possibly even 30 centimetres in spots. You can also see kind of through the London area, we have a kind of an uptick in the forecast snow, and that's that Thames stream that I kind of talked about. There is uncertainty on this, but does look like we'll be transitioning to a more easterly flow, and an easterly flow is more favourable for this. It does look like we could get some snow showers to organise and potentially give covering of 5 to 15 centimetres in places. So overall, very cold, very snowy, and does look like that's going to continue into this week. And so the beast on the east has arrived. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a nice day.